Now this thing is a complete rocket. Motocross video today, I'm going to be testing TaylorMade Stealth fairway wood 3 wood. So this is the standard fairway wood. This thing and TaylorMade 3 woods for ages now, often not reported on enough because the jazz is often around the driver because you all get fixated with drivers so they deliver you what you want. But their fairway woods literally are bombers. They are often so impressive. Let's show you what I mean and see if the Stealth matches up to the old bombers of the fairway woods from TaylorMade. So down by the ball, looks absolutely gorgeous. So you've got the matte black carbon crown with this kind of patent, shinier, glossier back trim and front trim to then a more matte black finish. No changeability in the neck. Still get your funny neck. That makes a big difference. But has to be said, this fairway is as gorgeous as any fairway out there. You could argue it is the most gorgeous. It is so pretty. This is one of 3 heads. This is like your standard, like the more golfers, male golfers in theory it would capture, and females, because it's one of 3. There's a Stealth Plus, a Stealth, and then they make a Stealth Women's. I always get a bit confused with that, but that's a different video. Like if my Fanula was still playing golf and she wanted a fairway wood, this head would be absolutely fine with her, and we'd test against the women's as well, but she wouldn't be getting a club because she's a woman. Like the ball doesn't know if it's a man or a woman that's hitting it, does it? And like I say, what you'll find with fairway woods, you'll see a few TaylorMade in non-contracted players' fairway woods bags, because when they get a bomber, and one that they love, because it very rarely gets on any of the TV coverage. You think about the amount of times you see a tour player hit a fairway wood, like it's minuscule compared to people seeing them hit drivers and wanting to know what driver they hit. They often like let it go a little bit, and you do see, it's one of the clubs, it's interesting, the fairway wood, which either people have year-old models, and the manufacturers kind of allow that to happen, or they have uncontracted ones. If they have uncontracted ones, often it is a TaylorMade in the fairway wood, and it's because they do bomb. So this one, we'll look at the tech. Let's see what TaylorMade is saying. It hasn't got the silly, in my opinion, red face and all that. I'm sure it'll come in second iterations because that's often how marketers work it out. Oh, we're gonna have a fun game at the end of this, because this fairway wood is getting similar numbers that I used to get with my driver before I started to go, or tried to go quicker. Let's see what TaylorMade is saying about it. Sounds solid, like it's got that. It's a much better sound than the driver. Like if the driver sounded like this, I reckon it would be better. And to be fair, I reckon if the driver had this face, it would probably be better, but that's a different point. Let's see what TaylorMade is saying about their tech. So maximum forgiveness, they're saying the all-new 3D carbon crown allows engineers to shift weight lower and deeper in the club head with a larger profile compared to Stealth Plus, so this has the larger profile. The refined V-sole, this fairway is ultimate mashup for distance and forgiveness. And you do that, like you see the crown within this kind of lovely framing, and it does look nice. Removing weight here, trying to add it back here. Easy alignment, the all-new advanced laser alignment system stretches across the top of the face, delivering subtle yet powerful alignment tool. Enhanced V-sole design, true modern classic. It's been updated to enhance forgiveness while maintaining optimal launch properties, delivering reduced friction at impact, improving turf interaction. Pathway to distance, the C300 steel face delivers a powerful launch when paired with twist face, so it has twist face in it as well. Corrective curvature design to give everyone straighter shots on miss hits. Please don't buy into that. I've done a PGA Tour study on people using twist face, no difference on accuracy over a period of 4 years with loads of data collected. I also did my own study with twist face, comparing it to a driver with no twist face on strikes, hit something like 400 shots over like a month. It was during lockdown, I think I did it. Like what else was we gonna do in lockdown? And I didn't see any relevance to twist face at all. So like you don't need, it doesn't need to say twist face. It's just a really good looking performing fairway wood. That, like, please don't buy stuff because you think that's going to help you. Buy it because you want it. So as you can imagine, packed with tech. They do say something on their website about if you've had a fairway wood 5 years. I didn't read it all because it's just market in guff, like it's about time you changed. I wouldn't agree with that. I mean, you can go 5 years back in TaylorMade's history and find free woods that are bombers like this. And again, that's what I'm saying. So you'll see some players have, like Stenson's often got his old free wood. I'm not sure what model Koepka uses. I'm pretty sure he uses a TaylorMade fairway wood. Now Team Strixon, welcome Brooks, I'm coming for you. Maybe in the comments down below, let me know. I'm not sure how old his model is, but it'd be quite funny if his model contradicts that statement, wouldn't it? But you know, they've got to say stuff, haven't they? Now I'm free wood predominantly from the ground, which is why I'm testing this from the ground. I would test it from the tee as well, but nowhere near as many shots. Now I'm getting ball speeds here, like I say, close to what I used to get with my driver, which we'll show you in the numbers in a second. So we will do a little game to see how far I can get this fairway wood, because like I say, everyone talks about the driver and makes things up about the driver, about being 4 yards longer when it's not longer, because they just don't understand standard deviation on their launch monitors and are using averages that won't repeat. But that's a different video yet again. These things do go, like they do. Oh, not hit like that. That's a proper miss it. Twist my face, help me. No. I can twist face, not that should be in the line, you know, the heel. I would actually say this feels better than the driver in my opinion. Like the driver feels great, as in I get it if you want that carbon sound. I just don't think the masses will want that carbon sound, but we will find out. I'm sure the masses will, because TaylorMade, along with other companies, sell a lot of drivers and do very well with them. They're a good company at selling product, and they should be. They make some of the best golf product out there. Like that's not ever in question. I just think these go, the word stealth makes me giggle. I would say these fairway woods are the true stealths. They resemble their name. So what I mean by that is they do go under the radar, they do get forgotten about, they do get slightly missed. People don't often realise how good these are at bombing the ball. Where the driver of the same name doesn't go under the radar, it does the complete opposite, and it has a bright red face, which is not very stealth-like at all in any way. This is the true stealth, I think. These are like the true kind of sleeping, stealthy giants out there, I think. Right, let's have a look at some of these numbers. I collected numbers over a longer period of time, which we'll present to you now. It doesn't include these. Some people questioned or just commented recently saying, oh, I saw a spin in you hitting shots, and that wasn't what we saw on the numbers. The numbers I collect often, if I can, over a couple of days, and I hit a lot more shots than you see me hit here, and I try to keep them more realistic when I collect, and this is something I'd like you to think about when you're testing. So I'm not talking to camera when I'm thinking of buying a club, even though I do play like that, but I don't play really, you know, for real. It's like YouTube silly golf when I'm playing. So I'll step in and out of shots, I'll concentrate, I'll try and see lines, I'll have a practice swing between shots. That's how I like to collect the numbers that I present to you, because I just think they're more realistic to how I would game one of these expensive, well-made clubs. I think you deserve a better level of testing than what we're getting at the moment. I'm seeing weaker and weaker and weaker tests from, you know, people with big voices, and I think it's really shame. I think you deserve better. I think even the companies, I'm not a massive fan of TaylorMade. I think they've got their issues, and they've certainly got their issues with me in my opinion, but that's by the by. I think their product is great, but I think they deserve better. And it also makes me sad that the companies aren't demanding better tests as well. I'd like to know your opinion on that down in the comments. We're at a stage, and I spoke to the companies years ago about this. I think it's quite interesting. Again, I'm really interested in your thoughts, where they just send their product to anyone that's got a voice. Now, I don't care that they don't send me product. That's not the point of this conversation. That's a very different discussion. What I care about, I think, and they should care about, is that you're getting good information. Just sending it to anybody who's got a certain amount of subscribers or followers on Twitter or whatever to get them to do reviews, I think it's just a disservice. But let me know what you think. I'd love to know. Right, numbers, ball speed 151. I mean, my ball speed with drivers in test, I've had it at 155, 149, 151 over like a year and a half ago. Launching at 11, spinning around 3,000. And to be fair, this one can get in the 2,000s, which is where it really starts getting driver spin. If I hit that from a tee, 150 to 155 max, I would guess ball speed with 2,800 revs, which if I popped it on the tee so I wasn't at the bottom or the strikes moved up that face, Like, that's where you're gonna get real bombers, and I totally see that. Rory, who plays from Your Golf Travel in some of our videos, he's got one of these. He can hit it further than his driver because he gets that low spin bomb, and it basically just catches up with his driver. These things have got potential, depending on how you play them, from the ground, from fairway, you know, fluffy fairways to tees, to really send it. Those numbers are like good. 249 carry with a fairway wood, totaling 267. So I think we need to put a green 280 out there with my free wood. And I think we see if can I get one of these 280? What do you reckon in the comments down below? All I'm seeing at the minute, before I start smashing it, is a beautiful looking fairway wood that does really perform, and it totally is stealthy, because everyone wants to talk about the red face driver, where actually in here, I think for lots of people, even though you don't hit your free wood that much, and lots of people maybe even shouldn't be using a free wood down in these kind of lofts, if you are someone who games these and you want to max it out, let's put it out there, I don't think anything will beat this. I think things will get close and catch up with it. I don't think anything will beat this in the fairway wood game. 280, I can't hit it 280, can I? Right, we'll start from the ground, 280 green set. Can I? Hitting this hard, smaller face. Obviously I'm expecting to see a little bit of funny movements in the data, and we will add these shots to that data. That's going right. Speed's okay, face delivery, not correct. It has a 150 ball but 4,000 spin. Just 1,000 revs more because of the human. People testing shafts with 200 revs difference and pretending they see it. Always makes me giggle, that. Oh, get the face working, that's got speed. It's just the face is at the wrong angle, but I can get there. If I got that turning left, look at that. 152 ball, that's carrying 244. If I can just deliver the face with that, that is bombing for a free wood. All right, face delivery, here we go. Bit heely, but the face was delivered a little better. The curvature on that is the gear. Look how well that's doing out the hill. That's a low heel, look at that, short right, 30-yard pitch. It's about me on a par 5, isn't it? I ain't gonna put it on a tee just yet, but I get a feeling from a tee, we will easily get there. But let's see, 151 ball. Bit out the bottom, but face was definitely controlled there. That's my fastest club at 108. So that is faster than I've used to swing my driver. And that's a 265 total, 154 ball. Oh, strike it. No, out the bottom again. Oh, that's close. It's just not, it's too bottom groovy. Oh, get up. That's one of the longest. It's a pretty, like out in the middle, I'm there. One more. There it is. It's gonna go left. If I aim that down the right, I move my ball position back then. There you go. That's getting there, that's green high. 277. Can we hit that straight? 154 ball. I have a tendency with a fairway wood to get the ball forward in my stance, which gets me hitting it a little bit leveled, half a degree up sometimes, which just focuses a lot of hits down in the bottom. When I was swinging a fairway wood much slower, that was the best way to get the most out of it, even though the strike while at the bottom didn't work that well. If I got them out in the middle and I got my angle of attack pretty level, it kind of got the best flight. Now I've got more speed, I can actually get down at it a bit more and still launch it, but then I get my better strikes. But putting the ball back in my stance like that, to me, just feels so uncomfortable. I have to keep reminding myself to do it. I've turned that too much. That's why I struggle. Look at that. Oh, to put the ball back, because I just feel all my angles. I need to practice it more. Get a little out. Not the best strike. Nearly started it down the right. Like, that's getting there again, isn't it? That's going to be close to the green high. Yeah, 167. Oh, sorry, 267. One more. See what I mean about the club, though? It's an absolute rocket. Stay right, stay right, stay right, stay right. Oh, look at that. It's a low dipper because I've got that up at the face. That'll run. Right, last one, then I'll hit 2 off the tee just to show you what happens from there. That's not going to draw back enough, unfortunately. I mean, the club's performing better than me. Like, it's doing really well. I just can't quite align all the, you know, the distance with direction and strike. I can't align all the worlds. That's a 154 ball, I think that was. So here is the added numbers to the original data set. Look, and do we really see much of a difference? Oh, standard deviations. Couple more from the tee, and again, depending on how you're hitting your fairway wood, if you're testing fairway woods, which lots of people just don't test enough because you just kind of buy them, and I think that's a shame. They can be fit equally to your driver. You know, to work out if you're hitting from the ground or the tee, because where do you play yours the most? I don't play that many from the tee. I'm predominantly from the fairway, so I will hit less from the tee. I just need a few hits to see what happens. Where the ground, I really want to know what's happening. So a couple with the tee to finish. Oh, still out the bottom. You can see a different colour stream because I'm going to show you the different data from the tee to the fairway. That's a pretty poor hit, but even on the poor hits, I think it's doing pretty good in my anecdotal feel. The alignment system they talk about, doobie-doo. I've never known anyone to struggle aiming a fairway wood, and if they do, you could put lasers on it and they would still struggle. It's not to do with it's not the lines that they're seeing, it's what comes out of here, basically. So what I mean by that is they will stand, let's say they stand on this mat, which is parallel to where I'm hitting, they would see it as right. So you have to like persuade them to think that you would say to them, feel like you're aiming left, and they aim up straight until they recalibrate. That's a distinct line that they would still get wrong when they're stood over the ball. There we go. So if I give that some speed, so that's going to be the longest, almost the longest carry, and we're now down to 277. Going to get a bit of a high toe, low spinner, drawing back again, doing well. You could argue that's twist face. I think any club hit like that, I'd expect. I didn't see that as any different to what I would normally get. A bit out of the bottom, but I went then more for the speeds that we were putting into the fairway shots. So yeah, this is easily getting there if I can strike it. One more, come on, get on that green. It's gonna go left, but I've ripped that. And that's my fastest. It's just dipping out the air a little bit, good carry on it. Last one. Thanks for watching. Great free wood. Let me know your comments. Is it something that you get fit or not? Definitely you'll see these in people's bags who do feel like they're just going to stay with one. Did I strike that well enough? I don't think I did. I kept it on target. Go, go. 270. One more. If you've got something better to do now, go and click on one of my other videos and watch that, maybe, because I'm just now smashing it. But it's a great free wood. Another great product from TaylorMade. Oh, that's not good enough shot for them. Sorry, TaylorMade. But you could see it was long enough. So bear in mind there was a few miss-hits in there. You can see the spin is trying to edge down. I'd expect it to see it maybe 300 revs less on a bigger, better data set. And it's edging out that little bit further. But look at the standard deviation is bigger, which means it can edge out that little bit more. And again, they weren't the best strikes in the world. I would often expect to be maxing out maybe 5 to 7 yards, maybe 10, a little bit longer off the tee over a season than off the fairway. But I know they can cross over. That is a stealth bomber, definitely. Good one to test.